What's up, guys? Justin Tree of Woe Show, December 5th. It's December already. Where did the year go, folks? I don't know. December 5th, 2011, Monday Night Raw review. If you haven't seen the little Christmas contest we're having, I'll put the link in the description. Getting a lot of inboxes and comments already. Keep them coming. If you don't know what I'm talking about, click the link. It'll be down there. Tonight's show starts out with Jonathan Cena coming out because he had some explaining to do after Piper's Pit last week. That was the only time we saw him, so he talked about it, for a little bit, talking about how it's okay, the fans, I love the fans, like always. He's joined by some guys. Del Rio, Dolph Ziggler, and Miz come out. They all think they should be number one contender. John Laurinaitis, Mr. Excitement, as he billed himself later, announces that they all have matches against SmackDown guys. And if you win, you're in. You're in the title match at TLC against Punk, except for John Cena. He's got a special match that he'll announce later. So the first match of the little segment is Miz versus Orton. There you go. Fave 5 matchup of mine. The homies. Miz ends up winning by countout after Wade Barrett interferes and distracts Orton. Orton runs after Barrett. Gets counted out, comes back, looks like he's going to attack Miz. Barrett comes back again, attacks Orton again. Orton getting laid out all the time lately. But Miz is the first person in the match, so at this point, you got Miz, you got CM Punk, TLC. Should be good enough, right? Find out later. And then you get a WWE Network promo. It was actually really cool. It highlighted some of the shows and like the 2012 whole situation that's coming through it. Opening in 2012 or whatever. It looks pretty cool. Has the new logo. The logo's not as cool, but either way. And then we get Zack Ryder and John Laurinaitis backstage. Zack Ryder wants a U.S. title match. Cena comes in. Full on Zack Ryder gear. I mean, full on Zack Ryder gear. Got the hair and everything. And John Laurinaitis announces a social experiment of John Cena versus Zack Ryder for later in the show. Basically, if Zack Ryder beats Cena, he gets his opportunity at Dolph Ziggler in the U.S. title. John Cena wins. He's put in the title match at TLC with Punk and Miz so far. Cena is like, this match can't happen. Laurinaitis is like, why? Because you're just gonna destroy him. He's like, no. You know this match doesn't have to happen, so why do it? You're just trying to cause drama. So Zack Ryder, he's just, let's do this thing, baby. So that gets announced for later. And then we go backstage with David Otunga and Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash, oh, baby. And they announce, right off the bat, no drama. They say, hey, Nash, you're going to be in a ladder match against Triple H at TLC. Look forward to that. But it's going to be a special ladder match because Kevin Nash says, I don't do ladder matches, player. He doesn't say player. It's going to be a sledgehammer hanging above the ring. And if you get the sledgehammer, you can use it. Sounds simple enough to me. So look forward to that at TLC. They also announced that Kevin Nash will be in action tonight. As in, yeah, tonight, like he wrestled, if you can call it that. Next match in the little series of TLC title match, you get Del Rio versus Daniel Bryan. Just when you thought they were going to try to make Daniel Bryan look good, Del Rio makes him tap to the cross arm breaker, whatever. Taps out, so Del Rio is also in the match. So now it's a triple threat match at TLC for the WWE title. So there you go. And then after that, we get Kelly and Eve with Alicia Fox against the Divas of Doom. We get a little Divas of Doom or Destruction or whatever vignette about how they're just awesome. And then Kelly rolls up Beth Phoenix, pretty much wiping out everything that vignette just said. And then for the 1 hour main event, we get this social experiment of John Cena versus Zack Ryder. I mean, it was a good match, back and forth early. It was the craziest feeling because you're like, Zack Ryder's not going to win. But then you're like, Zack Ryder might win. I mean, it was just like, you didn't know. You're thinking, okay, well, I don't know, Cena, maybe he's going to do the old lay down for him or whatever, but didn't happen. Ending came when Ryder was going for the Rough Rider. It got countered into an attitude adjustment. 1, 2, 3. Cena wins. Ryder gets up after the match. He's just distressed. Like, that was my one chance. You ruined my one chance, bro. Cena's like, okay, hold on. Wait here. Then we go to commercial. We come back after the Slammy Award commercial. Superstar of the Year, by the way, nominees were, I wrote it down, Mark Henry, The Miz, John Cena, CM Punk, Alberto Del Rio, and Randy Orton. So look forward to that next week. But then we come back from commercial, and it's Laurinaitis and Otunga backstage again. Cena comes rumbling in, just pissed off. He was not in the mood. He's telling Otunga, hey, get out of here. So they give him he's like, just give Ryder a chance. So our good pal John Laurinaitis says, you know what? He could have another opportunity to have a match. He had to earn his match. So he had to win another match to get to Dolph Ziggler. So Cena agrees to give up his title shot at TLC, basically saying, I've won the title 10 times or whatever it is, but mostly because I've got an opportunity. So let's give this kid an opportunity because he busts his ass. So that happens. He gives it up. So then you get a stare down between Laurinaitis and Cena. They're just mean guys. But then we get the new Masked Kane promo. This one was really cool. It makes you think maybe he's coming back at the Royal Rumble because it just flashed a bunch of guys. Like, it just kept flashing a bunch of guys, almost like I thought Royal Rumble. You guys might have thought something completely different, but that's what I thought when I first saw it was, okay, he's coming back to destroy all these guys. So yeah. But this one, it actually shows him putting the mask on, and it shows the eye through the mask, so it looks like Masked Kane is actually coming back. So this is awesome. And then we get to Zack Ryder's one last shot match to get an opportunity. And who will he face? Mark Henry. Did not look good early, and it's a no DQ match. So you thought, okay, well, maybe somewhat. He's dominating him early, dominating. But then John Cena comes out because it's no DQ. It's an attitude adjustment on Mark Henry. 1, 2, 3. Woo. Zack Ryder will face Dolph Ziggler, I would imagine, at TLC. He's the #1 contender for the U.S. title now. So congratulations, Zack Ryder. He's all excited. He gets his shot. And it was weird to see Zack Ryder pinning, Mark Henry. But then again, it was weird seeing Zack Ryder in a match with John Cena earlier. Who would have thought we'd see that? It actually was a good match. It went longer than 15 seconds. Just this whole Zack Ryder thing just makes me think back. If you guys remember as well, it was before Night of Champions 2010. Sheamus defeated Zack Ryder in the main event of a Raw in 4 seconds for the WWE title. Look it up. It's on YouTube if you don't remember it. And it's just so weird seeing the evolution of this guy to where he's turned into, the push of he's getting. It's crazy just looking at how far things have come. But, yeah, so we get Dolph backstage talking to Vicky, like, did you get John Laurinaitis to switch the result around? And they're like, no, you can't do it. And then Jack Swagger's like, don't worry, Dolph. Even though you're facing Sheamus, I'll be out there helping you. And Dolph's like, I don't need your help. Walks off. But then we get the much anticipated, as you could tell from the reaction of the crowd, return of the Ring of Kevin Nash. And what better way to bring him back than putting him in a match against who? Santino Marella. This match was the definition of a squash match. He wins by jackknife powerbomb. Match, you can imagine, it's Kevin Nash, who they're building up to face a god. So are they going to make a guy that has to contend with God do anything but dominate Santino? Of course not. He walked out with a sledgehammer. He goes and grabs the sledgehammer post-match. Actually, he's going to hit Santino, but doesn't. And Michael Fall, well, he will not be that kind if Triple H in a few weeks. I would hope not. So look forward to the return of God. And then we get a backstage segment with CM Punk and Evan Bourne. Basically, they don't say anything. It's just like voiceover of the announcers. All this has happened to get the fans to realize that good old Evan Bourne's back from his little suspension. So of course they put him with CM Punk. Jeez. Then we get Dolph versus Sheamus. You didn't really think Dolph was gonna win unless they were gonna make him pull double duty again, and that's gonna be his new thing, but wasn't to happen. Zack Ryder comes out, distracts him. Sheamus hits the bro kick for the win. Ryder hits the Rough Rider on Ziggler to end the segment. Not bad there. Then we get to the main event contract signing. We got Del Rio, Miz, and then waiting for CM Punk. John Laurinaitis announces that on the Slammy edition of Raw next week, we will see John Cena versus Mark Henry. So look forward to that. And this is where he dubbed himself Mr. Excitement. Awesome. So CM Punk comes out, basically says, can I just sign this paper, get the cliche over with, and let's just fight? This is the worst thing that WWE does. It always ends the same way. But, Laurinaitis said, oh, no. I'm Mr. Excitement. So for the first time ever, we'll have a triple threat TLC match for the WWE Championship at TLC. So that'll be cool. So, Punk just basically says, all I have to do is beat the guy I pinned last week and beat the guy that lost at Survivor Series. So, whatever. And then The Miz says, oh, but I've taken out Morrison and R-Truth. And he says, I beat down Morrison so bad. Laurinaitis was forced to release him. Laurinaitis steps right up to the camera. I'd like to take this opportunity to wish John Morrison the best luck in all his future endeavors. Oh, I was dying. Poor Jomo. Oh, I thought that was hilarious. But whatever. And then as Del Rio's starting to explain, he's like, oh, because my... And Punk's like, if you say it's your destiny, I will start drinking. I'm going to take up drinking. So that was funny. And then Punk says, okay, let me sign this so we can get to fighting. And John Laurinaitis, again, the dude is cracking me up, but not because, I don't know, it's weird. He's not funny, but he's just so ridiculous that it comes off as hilarious. Instead of the fight, he wants a photo op. So they're all getting ready for the photo. CM Punk says, hey, want something done right, you got to do it yourself. Wow. Hits Miz with the microphone, starts attacking. Del Rio dips out. He goes for the GTS on Ricardo, but Del Rio makes the save. Basically, Punk ends up giving Del Rio and Miz the knee in the corner. Bulldogs Del Rio through a table that was set up for the contract signing. And it's the GTS on Miz. Punk stands tall again. He is officially in the Breakfast Club now. Thank you, God. So yeah, I don't know. I really liked this Raw. I don't know why. I mean, you guys might feel differently, but I was entertained throughout all this. I was cracking up for days during some of this stuff. So that's all I was looking for, really. I thought it was fun. But yeah, you got a lot of stuff for TLC announced, so that's good. They're finally let's see, it's in 2 weeks, so no better time than now. But at least they had stuff done. The Orton Barrett thing's still building. We got Nash's match announced with Triple H at TLC. Ryder, Ziggler, the ladder, Imagine Orton. So there's 4 right there. Just don't know what Cena's going to be doing. I don't know if Cena's going to be left off the pay-per-view. He mentioned something like that in the room with Laurinaitis. We'll have to see. We still have one more Raw. We still got the go-home show to see what's going on. But yeah, that's Raw. This is the Tree of Woe show. Subscribe up above if you haven't already. We got to get to 250 soon, baby. Like this video if you liked it. That's self-explanatory. Leave comments down here. I'll leave the link to the little giveaway video because all's well that ends well. You're all welcome in the giveaway if you know the correct answer. So I'll put the link down here. Comment what you thought about this Raw. Any thoughts on anything that's going on. Anything at all. This is Justin from the Tree of Woe show signing off. Double salutes. Title belt up high. I'll see you on Friday. Jake might be back Friday, or he might never be back again. Stay tuned.